driving school.
Hello and welcome to Owen the Town, and here's what's coming up today. Luton head to Wales and nick a 1-0 win away at Swansea.
We knew we'd have to be right at it because Swansea are a fantastic side. They can hurt you. They're real good footballers, real quality at the top end. What they did to Middlesbrough last week, for example.
We take a look at Elliot Lees' return to the first team squad and how he performed at the weekend.
I think even if we stay up, he'll give him another year, maybe 1 year deal. Say, show me what you can do next season. I'll give you the chance this time, maybe. So I can see it, definitely.
We also answer your Instagram questions and loads more. And on today's episode of Owen the Town, I'm joined by retiring Dave, as always, in a bit of a different setup today than last week. A bit too cold to be outside. How are you doing, guys? You alright?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah, good, thank you very much, sir. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm buzzing after the weekend.
Oh yeah, cracking, mate.
What are you thinking? What a win.
Well,
It was brilliant, wasn't it? It was absolutely brilliant. Very good performance all around. Good day.
I just can't get over the fact of how good the performance was, considering the Preston game. But yeah, hopefully this is a turnaround now. So,
Well, took us all by surprise, I think, the win. Took a lot of people by surprise. Let's look at 3-word reviews of Saturday's 1-0 win away at Swansea. Will said the perfect away performance. Well, it's a perfect away performance. Gavin said Sluga best game. Lou said tactically astute manager. Matt said complete team performance. Homer said Izzy to Colo. Craig, top quality defending. Harry says could have been more. Darren says still in it. Nev says bounce, Ray, bounce. Dylan says Jones is forgiven. Which one we like the look of?
well, bounce, Ray, bounce. That's quite a good one, isn't it? Because let's face it, that was a funny, very funny moment in the game when he starts giving it one of these. Don't know what the hell it was, but.
Well, he couldn't afford to get involved, could he?
No, but come on, Dave, what was that bouncing around like?
Yeah, I don't think it really mattered. I'd look at Matt and say complete team performance. I agree with that. I think the team played really, really well and perfect away performance as well. Probably the best away performance we've had this season.
Also, still in it as well.
And Craig's got only top quality defending. For once, we looked quite solid at the back all of the time.
Yeah, we did.
So I thought that was kind of good.
I don't think we really were going to concede, did we? I don't really think.
Really?
Well, for all the Swansea possession, I don't remember. I still made a couple of brilliant saves, but apart from that, I don't remember them worrying us too much.
No,
maybe
that's all.
That's just me being old and not remembering very well.
Well, apart from you saying like the saves, but I mean, one was from a corner, but when you look at it from the behind the goal angle, wow, incredible, isn't it?
We'll get into more of that in a bit. In the lead up to the Swansea game, then. Let's start with the team news that was announced. There was a couple of changes. So Elliot Lees comes into the starting 11, and you see that and you're thinking, oh, okay, this is interesting. You see Butterfield in there as well, and that's the first time Butterfield's played this year.
And there's a number 10 by the looks of it as well.
Butterfield.
Yeah, it looked like he's playing number 10, didn't he? Behind the strikers. Maybe it's because, like I said the other day, the work rate. Maybe he's not quite there with him. So maybe he thought quality on the ball, and we all know that. Maybe he thought heart of the pitch can't really harm us as much if we get attacked at. But look, who was holding in the end by the way? Ray? Was it just Ray?
I couldn't tell you what formation we played at the weekend. I couldn't tell if it was a diamond. I couldn't tell if it was a 4-2-3-1, if it was a 4-5-1. I don't know.
I think it changed quite a bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
In certain phases. But no, I mean, look, obviously someone went to say they said about the tactics and that. You've got to give maybe Mr. Jones himself credit.
Well, Nathan Jones always liked Lee, hasn't he? Always liked Lee. And I think Lee repaid him easily on Saturday.
Massively. Brilliant.
For the selection. Yeah.
I think it's the best game I've seen Elliot Lee have in about 2 years, probably.
Yeah. I think we were both always all surprised that he got to start. I would have thought if anything he'd have been on the bench and then came on. But you know what? Glad he didn't.
That's it.
He really did stand out, didn't he?
And he did look like he was playing on that left-hand side, Elliot Lee. And he was kind of like the focal point for a few good attacks we had in that first half, weren't he?
And he actually passed the ball as well.
Oh mate, if you compare that to the Preston game, we were quicker, we were more at it. It felt like we really wanted it. It felt like we were really on the ball, really a lot. Straight away we were taking the game to Swansea.
It was nice to see, wasn't it?
It was nice to see. It was like they switched a little switch on that said, oh, we can actually play football here.
Because I think we all thought, didn't we? We all thought, this could be an early goal for Luton here. We can nick early goal maybe before the break and go on to maybe build on it, maybe. But like we said, I remember you saying, Luke, the other day, at half time, what did you say about Swansea? They'll come out and they'll change up.
Change.
Yeah, and they didn't.
Well, you thought from that first half performance, there was no way Swansea were going to come out and not be improved slightly, and they were. In that second half, they did come out and improve slightly, and I felt like we needed to get that goal in the first half to set us up. Obviously, I was wrong in the end, but we could have had that goal with Cornick's big chance when he runs through on goal. Producer Jacob has put on our running board today. Is he the most frustrating Luton player in recent times? But I think what he meant to say was like, ability-wise, everyone knows the potential he has, and I think from Jacob's point of view, he means like, from someone who's got that much potential, is it frustrating that he misses chances like that?
Of course, it's always frustrating when a player from your own team misses, isn't it? But like I said, like Nathan Jones even said himself in the interview after the game, he said, look, if he could finish every single chance, it would be at a high level. But that's what he's got to work out, and we all know what he's got.
But it was a golden opportunity Saturday, wasn't it? He'd done the hard work by creating the position, and then the strike was just not the right one.
Is that a lack of composure from... Oh, it is a lack of composure, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe awareness as well as what was around him, because I know obviously Elliot Lees said he was screaming for the ball, but I don't really think Cornick's got the quality to pick him out from there, if you know what I'm saying. And that sounds really harsh to say.
Well, it's a bit harsh.
Sorry, Dave, sorry. What I meant is not quality, like you said, the final product.
Yeah, the final product, but that's been an issue with him in previous seasons. I think there was a point when Nathan Jones basically said we have to teach him to shoot across the goalkeeper. On Saturday, he just pulled it a bit too much, didn't he? I genuinely think he should have scored. He should have scored.
Yeah.
We definitely should have gone in ahead at the break.
Definitely. Yeah,
I guess it just gets into that position for Cornick. That one against Preston earlier on in the season, that 1-on-1, I think was awful, and he needed just to vary that. I think that this one was slightly different, because like you said, it was on his left. But surely, when you get into the position, the thought process has got to be, I've just got to guide this into that bottom left corner. That's all he had to do, was guide it in.
Yeah, of course.
He didn't need to go for that power. So is that something that mentally is going to hold him back in his career?
No, I reckon he'll get it right, and once he starts getting it right, he'll get a few goals.
I think he just needs to work on his technique a little bit, maybe.
I think the word frustrating comes off because, for me personally, we are frustrated because we've created so many good opportunities to score and we haven't taken one of them.
Yeah.
And then, in usual circumstances, that comes back and bites you on the backside.
Of course, yeah. How many times we sat there at home game going, we need to finish these in the Championship. If we're not, we've been punished. And I think we have. Everyone knows we have this season. We've been punished. We're not taking our chances.
Even for that opportunity to take place. I mean, he made it himself, really, didn't he?
Yeah,
he was in a good position, and he genuinely should have put it
ball pass
right.
down the line. He's just taking a big touch. A brilliant first touch to go past his man. He knew he had the pace. The thing is, a corner. He's always got the beating of a defender. We know this pace.
Sorry, the amount of times I said on Saturday how one-dimensional he is. I just feel like if I was a left back up against Cornick, I know what he would do. He'd probably still beat me because he's quicker than me. But you just know what he's going to do, don't you? It's like I've said before, he hasn't got that trick in him.
Yeah, but you say that, but I don't think he needs a trick. When you've got lightning legs like him, I don't think you need that much trickery.
Sorry, lightning legs.
It's true though. I mean, some of the top players in the world, mate. If they got great dribbling ability. They can take people on. They're positive. Like he is a positive player for us. He's not a negative. Like, do you know what I mean? But I mean, top players, even in the Prem or wherever you watch them, not all of them have got tricks up their sleeve. They just might knock it, or they might go one way and then go the other way, and that's what Cornick does. He directs.
If he scores that Saturday, we're talking differently again, aren't we?
Yeah, of course.
That's the thing. But it wasn't all about him on the first half, was it? I mean, he did some good runs, but he just missed one opportunity that was the biggest opportunity of the half. Mm-hmm. Was it our only opportunity of the half? I felt we had a lot of good players going forward.
I think it might be the only proper chance we've had. Proper.
We were on it. Everywhere on that pitch. So.
Well, overall, it was a really good first half, and in comparison to the Preston game, 3 or 4 days earlier, it's just like you couldn't really tell the difference between them two teams. Like Luton Saturday, Luton Tuesday, completely different.
It was different from the moment the whistle went. It was different immediately. It wasn't one of these that we built up on. We just went straight into it.
Everything it was clicking more, wasn't it? It was just
absolutely, and just the speed at which we were on. Attacking, the speed at which some of the players were defending or getting back in their position. It was so much better. The pressing was so much better.
Overall, for me, for all of us really, it was pleasing, wasn't it? It was just pleasing to see positivity.
I mean, to be fair, I think we went into the game thinking, if we'll be lucky to get anything out of this.
Well, yeah, of course.
In that case, you reckon Swansea maybe underestimated us a little?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they just turned up and went, we're bottom of the league, so they should be easy to take.
The only thing is, though, I know what you're saying, but as a professional footballer, do
as
any
a
professionals say
team,
that? I don't know.
They don't. Okay, let's say then.
Maybe
probably
against
a lot of their fans thought they were just going to turn us over quite easily.
Yeah, especially after pre-watching highlights of the Preston game, like I said, we were poor, but.
I think professional footballers do have a bit of attitude like that.
You reckon?
I think.
I'm not saying they don't. Obviously, have certain ones don't. But as a team collective, do you not think that's a bit unprofessional to even go into a game because they're still in the same league as you at the end of the day?
When I think you say that though, I think underestimating could mean only giving 96% instead of 100% effort from Swansea, and maybe it's not that. Them performance levels aren't up to 100% because they're complacent.
Well, there was a couple of times on Saturday when I was watching some of the Swansea players, and I don't remember their names, apologies for that, but there was one time where we were attacking and a couple of their midfielders were just walking back. Just strolling, like they're out for a day.
I watched the managers, I'm sure, I don't know if you two watched it as well, but I watched the managers post-match conference, and he was saying about, obviously he was saying a couple of players walk in instead of taking charge and saying, instead of his words basically, not obviously word for word, but it was something along the lines of some of my players just looked at their mate next to him and thought, I'll let him do the job instead of just taking control. And you can see that around especially in midfield, I'd say.
Definitely in midfield.
And that's where we overrun them at times, and I thought that's where we became stronger. We took advantage of that, which is, like I said, pleasing to see it yet again. Taking advantage of things, because we need to start doing it more. If we're going to stay up anyway.
Well, they definitely improved in that second half, didn't they? Swansea came out and they did look. They played the ball a lot more in our half.
They look like the side that we thought maybe they would expect.
Sluga pulls off a worldly save.
Beautiful.
Producer Jacobs asks, has he proven his worth yet, Sluga? Are we seeing the best of him now?
If he keeps us up by making some more saves, then he's proven his worth. I'm not until then, no, but because you got to think he still costs a lot of points, but I think he's getting there now. We're seeing a more confident goalkeeper now.
But you could also say on Saturday he gained us a point, 2 points because of that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I think he's improved a lot. You have a bit more confidence in his ability, which I think is great. And even the bit where he gets the ball and goes down to just waste some time at the end of the game, his gameplay is much better. Overall, I think 100% better.
Apart from there was one iffy moment, I know on Quest, which I'd love to take Quest in this, but they said, what a great save from Sluga when the ball got flicked around sort of like Pearson, he let it run, and I think it was Carter Vickers, that was it, Ayew. Carter Vickers held Ayew up, and he sort of it got a little flick to the ball. It weren't a powerful shot, and Sluga sort of parried it, and I don't know what.
At least it didn't go in. That's probably the one main thing.
That could have cost that. Oh no, it didn't. Obviously, people sit there and go, but it didn't cost you. But that for me was a bit dodgy. But
he did the business.
And he got a clean sheet. Do you know what? Good luck to him, because I really hope he does come good.
What has he got to do to prove his worth for everyone?
I think he needs to make a couple more saves.
Consistent.
And the thing is, you imagine the last couple of games of the season, we need like 3 or 4 points to stay up, and we get 2 wins or a draw and win or whatever. And he saves a penalty, and he saves 3 1-on-1s in the last game of the season.
You don't want much, do you, to prove?
No. I'm not saying that for me, Dave, to prove it to me. But I'm sure that that then would cement it, and then we'd forget about all the errors from the beginning of the season. I'm sure that. Would you not
if we stay up, his errors go out the window. You don't worry about it.
Yeah, of course. Well, there you go. Yeah.
If we go down, if we get relegated, then we're going to go, well, we could have had a point there because of Sluga. We didn't get one.
This is the difference.
So that's it, isn't it?
But I think
genuinely, I'm getting more impressed with him.
Yeah, of course. I feel. Well, I don't know about you lot, but I feel more when the ball's in the box now. I feel like he's going to actually get a touch to it.
A little more confident.
Yeah, because he's a brilliant shot stopper. He is. He really is. It's just his handling sometimes that worries me a little bit overall still.
Well, let's talk about the Luton goal that gave us the 3 points, and it's that trademark. This is like the Stacey Shinnie Colo or Shinnie Stacey Colo from last season, isn't it? It just needs to be Brown to Colo. How many times have we seen that this season? Cross from the right hand side, perfect header, perfect cross, perfect goal, and we went crazy.
Reminds me a bit of was it Blackburn away?
The Blackburn away one. It's nearly a carbon copy of that, really.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was similar to that.
And the Leeds one at home.
Yeah. mate.
It was a good little movement in midfield as well, because I think Pelly knocked it out to Izzy, didn't he?
Yeah, little triangles, wasn't it?
But
was it Brie?
the cross
as well?
was just straight where it should have been. And the way that Collins attacked the ball, really strong head.
Powerful strike,
very strong,
powerful.
very strong. And yeah, we did go mental here.
Don't get it wrong, it was shocking defending from Swansea's point of view, but
Do you know what?
how many times have we done that though?
You say shocking defending, but Collins got between two to get that head up.
Yeah, no,
and he really powered it in.
I'm not taking it away from him.
It's one of those crosses, you know, if it goes across the goal and your attacker's on it, he's going to go in.
There's a chance, yeah, of course.
It's going to go in because it was a brilliant cross. And a good move to get it to the outside, to get it over.
Considering, I think was he the only player in the box as well, Collins?
Yeah, he was.
So the cross had to be perfect as well.
And the goal goes in, and it's no more than we deserved.
No, of course.
We deserved it. We deserved more.
It was more relief, wasn't it, in the end? I think we were sitting there going, obviously we celebrating, getting it pumps up and whatever. Next we've gone, fuck, that's more relief than anything. That's great.
Deserved it.
Yeah.
Deserved it, and it was a great finish, great header.
And I know Nathan Jones said in his conference after the game that he would love 2,000 Luton fans to be there. I feel like that would have been one of the best away days of the season, wouldn't it? 2,000 Luton fans in Swansea behind that goal, last minute. I wouldn't even say smash and grab because we deserved it, but last minute-ish winner. It would have been class, wouldn't it?
It'd be lovely, steaming drunk as well, beautiful, I mean, great.
No, it would have been a great time. And you know what? I think from his post-match comments, of course, Nathan's looking for a bit of redemption, isn't he? He's looking for that. Look what I've done for you guys. Hopefully, everybody starts to get behind the team now and well, it's not the team, it's get behind the manager. You have to.
What did he say about? Maybe I could have tried to repair some bridges this afternoon. Maybe.
Exactly.
Maybe he could have done, but obviously certain
but
people.
If you'd have been there, you'd have given him a round of applause that day, right?
Oh yeah, for me, like there was a comment going back earlier. I think it said something. What was it? I had to agree with this comment. Tactically astute manager. I had to agree with that. For me, I think he changed up maybe 3 times during the game.
Yeah.
And for me,
substitutions were on.
And he knew exactly what he was doing. You could tell. I know. Obviously, I'm not going to say it. Obviously, I didn't mind other Jones, but maybe this is the difference in quality of manager. Maybe. So
I thought from that result this year in the Championship, we would have produced more results like that, like a 1-0 win away at a team that are pushing. I think that 2-1 Blackburn win was a perfect example of that. Yep. And then I thought we just nicked a few more where games you go to thinking, it's going to be a tough game, but just nick a 1-0, like a proper. That is a proper ground out 1-0 away win.
Oh yeah,
it
class.
Is. And I think we'll probably get into Instagram questions later on, but someone did say today to us on Instagram today, would we have lost it under Graham Jones, that Swansea game? And obviously it's impossible to say.
Exactly, you can never tell, can you?
But doesn't it feel a lot more positive going into a game at the moment?
Motivation, isn't it? It's motivation. Is the motivation different from the
I'm not going to get too carried away with that because we're only 2 games in, after the whole COVID break and whatever. But like I said, my opinion on the whole thing is, yes, I do feel confident with Nathan Jones in charge because we know what he's about and we know what we're going to get from him. So yeah, I do. I guess it's true. We do feel slightly more confident, but at the same time, you never know. Even if Graham Jones was still man, we could have won 3-0. You never know. It just could have been that. But I can't look. Yeah. Look. Obviously, you never know. But it's just one of them things. You never know. But
Leah said the dressing room is different.
Yeah. Hilton as well.
And they've said that. So there was obviously something not quite right with the team at that point.
Personality clashing.
So Nathan Jones has definitely motivated the team more, and that showed Saturday. Preston, we were terrible. But Saturday, we were a different side, and it was fantastic to watch.
Before we get into the last 10 minutes of the game, just going back to what Lee said, he mentioned about the dressing room, and it did kind of feel like you get that impression from the players that there was just a lot of negativity about it. And I've seen comments on social media all weekend as well saying it must be nice for the players to be given that belief. And this is I know we've spoke about this so many times on the podcast, but we go back to them comments Graham Jones made about Izzy Brown. He has to play to stay up. And you think that message that sends out. Whereas Jones comes in, the first thing he says is, we're going to need the whole squad. Everyone's, for me, that's just the right way to go. If it's right or wrong, I don't care. That's the way you go about.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
We called that. We called that when Jones said that first originally. We called that. And we said, how does that motivate your team? It doesn't.
Well, I think I was slightly a bit different on this one, but yeah, I think I said maybe he's honest, because I'll be honest, I'm similar in the way. If I've got something to say, I just come out and say it, because I'm sure people know by now.
But you can say it, but if you're managing a squad of 30 players and you single out one, how does that make the other 29?
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant, yeah.
Either way,
yeah.
We will get onto more manager stuff later on, because I'm sure there's plenty of Instagram questions to go. Let's just touch on the fight that happened in the game. 3 tackles flying in, 3 or 4 tackles.
Fight?
Yeah, it's the scuffle.
Mate, what was that?
The attempted fight from Garrick.
Mate,
poor bloke's deleted his Twitter and everything, innit?
Oh yeah.
Has he?
Yeah.
Mate, he'd probably get fucking beaten up next time he's seen in Swansea, wouldn't he?
Was he taking a lot of crap off his own supporters?
I think he was.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised.
No Swansea fans are defending what he did.
I mean, why would you even try and do that? What a knob, mate, honestly.
Firstly, you've got to question the referee's ability not to spot the fouls that took place leading up to that. What was there, 3 or 4 before that happened?
Yeah.
In that little thing. So you have to question the referee, and then the referee stood way back watching what was going on. But what on earth was he thinking, trying to throw a punch?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Do you know what? Even as I know he's a young lad, isn't he, Garrick?
Yeah.
But even as a young lad, growing up watching football, you know you can't do that no matter what. So it does make you think, that must be a rush of blood of 5 seconds where he's gone completely out of.
But the thing is, it was a proper little girly little pussy punch, wasn't it? It was
I was going to say,
it was, yeah. Do it properly, do it 100% prop, mate. You either do it fucking 100% or you don't do it.
Yeah, make sure you get a good connection. If you're going to throw you're going to get sent off if you get seen doing it. So make it worthwhile. Yeah, absolutely.
Mate, if he actually made contact and actually hooked him in a jaw or whatever, he probably got an extra couple of games, couple of games ban or whatever. But
it was ridiculous. But just
pathetic.
leading up to that episode, there was we didn't even get the free kick at the end, did we?
I know. Loads of fouls, wasn't there?
Did
Unbelievable.
we not?
No,
they got the free kick.
Oh shit! Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's ridiculous.
So we had to play the remaining 10 minutes with 10 against 10 men.
Was it 10 minutes? Was it 20 minutes? It was 10 minutes at a time as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, well, I was going to say 10 minutes at that final time, and then you get to the 90 minutes and it goes plus 9, and we still go into 10 or 11 minutes. Yeah, 11 minutes. Time.
Ridiculous.
Mate, it got to that stage where I thought I can't deal with this.
I'll tell you what though.
That was the longest 10 minutes of my life.
Like you said about obviously Garrick or whatever his name was. Imagine if a Luton player had done that. How livid would you be?
You'd have been totally fuming.
Mate, I would have probably smashed up the table or something for that.
Yeah, but especially when
it's yours,
when you're on top of the game and you're winning, and then your Luton player gets sent off, you would have been not happy.
Yeah.
But you know what? Didn't matter in the end. He went, didn't he?
Yeah, knob.
And I even forgot they had 10 men towards the end of the game.
Well, to be honest, the last 10, 15, 20 minutes or whatever, it was pretty much all them, wasn't it, really? Yeah. And we were just on the back foot trying to defend.
The defending was good.
Yeah,
the defending was
solid.
Good. And if you think about when they had in that chance towards the end of the game, 10 minutes going, I genuinely, again, can't remember them when really having a big opportunity.
I think they had that one free kick. But
one free kick, the tips over the bar.
Yeah, and they had one more central which Pelly gave away because I remember you had a massive go at it.
Oh yeah.
But either way, let's get some fan reaction of the 1-0 win away at Swansea. Kev says, I was so impressed with the commitment of every player, and for us to succeed that must be the case in every game going forward. Some good football played and nice to see Elliot Lees having such a fine game.
Yep.
Dan says, massive result, tactically spot on. The players wanted to play today and all seemed well drilled and knew their jobs. Very rarely have I seen the whole squad do this at the same time this season. True. Which is fair enough, isn't it? And producer Jacob's put some stats here from @StatsChristian on Twitter. Luton's away league record under Nathan Jones over 3 divisions, 70 games, 30 wins, 25 draws, 15 defeats.
Wow.
Not so bad, 43% win percentage.
Not too shabby,
and Luton have gained 15 points from their last 8 games, 1 more point than they picked up in the previous 20
That's almost games. 2 points a game, that's brilliant.
But
that's promotion.
Mad stat, isn't it?
That's promotion stuff, that, isn't it?
The mad stat. But what a weekend. Just like I said, I wish we could have been in Swansea watching that with 2,000 Luton fans.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
We did want to touch on Elliot Lees today. I know we've spoken a bit about him. As today's player focus, we asked loads of people their opinion on him on social media, which we'll get into. But let's start with Elliot Lees. Do you reckon we've missed him or someone like him this season?
Maybe someone like him, but do you know what I'm about to say about Elliot Lees, right? We've missed, even in recent times, even if we've been doing well as a team or whatever, I think we've missed the fact that he doesn't pass the ball too much. And I thought the other day, that's what he brought more to his game. He looked more complete than... I said, no, it's one game, you don't really go on one game, but the fact that he got the ball when he got his picture first time and he passed the ball, It's crazy. He never once tried to take people on or do something stupid or run into trouble. Because we've all seen him do it quite a bit before.
He was full on, wasn't he?
But he was, yeah. Everything he did, he made the right choice every single time for me.
Yeah, it was a good game for him overall. I mean, I feel that possibly he was out there to say, look, I'm back and I'm going to go and impress everyone. Yeah. I think he had an outstanding game.
Yeah.
Outstanding game.
And I think him playing on that left-hand side maybe suited him a bit more. I don't really think I would play him as a number 10. For me, I'd play him as a striker or from that weekend, from that left-hand side. I thought he was great.
But I know he said in the past, though, when he was playing at Barnsley, that's the reason why he left, because he didn't get played too much. And then, obviously, when he was playing, he was saying that the manager was playing on the left-hand side and he didn't like it. So I think, obviously, the thing is, the difference is between, obviously, where his previous clubs and us. You heard it in his interview the other day. Do you know, that's probably the most pleasing interview I've heard for a long time as well from a player. He's out of the squad for so long, to come back in and say, I love this club, I love what they're about, and whatever else. I thought that proper showed like unity within the squad as well. I thought it was class, mate. It was.
Listening to some of his comments about Graham Jones, I do find him quite interesting. And we all know that Graham Jones said for him to start playing, he has to have the trust. And Elliot Lees was basically saying he felt like he could never get Graham Jones' trust because he didn't trust him.
Probably didn't like him as a player, maybe. Yeah, that was
it. So is it a case of like Lee was never going to get played under Graham Jones, was he?
No, I don't think. He didn't even make the bench, did he? Really? No. I think how many times did he make the bench in the last 6 months? Twice, maybe. So I mean, you start to feel a bit sorry for him, left out in the dark.
When Lee gets selected, he has a point to prove, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And that totally showed at the weekend.
Imagine if Lee scores the goal that keeps us up and Graham Jones is looking at the results from wherever he is and he's like, oh, Elliot Lees scored the winner. And maybe then that's just that.
Hopefully he still plays from though. That'd be nice. But yeah, I know what you're saying. It's probably going to happen now, you watch.
Well, if it does.
Well, he's going to score in tomorrow's game, 1-0 win. So, you know, it could happen. But lads, I'm telling you, it's 1-0 tomorrow. 1-0 Luton written all over it.
I know it's quite hard to say what's going to happen because like this year's been ridiculous, but in a month's time when the season's finished, can you see Lee's contract being extended? Do you reckon?
Why not?
Do you reckon he will go?
Well, Nathan's back now,
I think Nathan likes him. I think, you know, that our manager likes him. If we go down, he'll stay for definite.
Yeah, of course he will. I think even if we stay up, he'll give him another year, maybe 1 year deal, say, show me what you could do next season, I'll give you the chance this time, maybe. So I can see it, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you reckon though Lee's that type of player is at that stage of his career where potentially he does want to start every game? Because let's be honest, he probably won't start every game.
No, but then also, if he's happy to play look,
he could drop a couple of divisions and get played every
exactly
week.
What I was going to say. With all due respect to Elliot Lee, he could easily play in League One football for another club. He might not get the opportunity at a Championship club again, but if he gets given the opportunity next season, if we stay up, that is, and he gets given, like I said, and he performs well, and I mean, would he'd be happy to come off the bench occasionally or start every few games? Or I'm sure he would, because I think Nathan would use him as well.
There's no reason why he might not get selected every week, but. He could easily be selected if he dropped a couple of leagues, easily. But does he really want that? No.
Dave, let's face it. If he was in League 2, he'd be like the best player in the league, probably, wouldn't he? Let's face it. A one-off.
First on the team sheet every week, then.
Yeah.
So what do you do as a professional? Do you want to play at the highest standard, or do you just want to play every week?
I think it gets to that stage in your career, you probably do just want to play. But I think that's what Alan McCormack does from Brentford, wasn't it?
How old is Lee, by the way? Now, does anyone know?
Couldn't say. Late 20s?
Yeah, he's got about 28 or something maybe. But like I said, I still think that even if they say, look, you'll be used as in and around the first team, we're not promising to start you every week, but you will get game time to impress, I think he'll sign another contract if we choose to keep him, which I think we will, especially now Jones is back.
Here's what some of you guys have said about Elliot Lee then this week. Dave says defensive work from him and Cornick was huge for him. Can be easy to get a bit lazy and not drop back and help out. But they did it brilliantly, which I'd agree with. Cornick on that right, Lee on that left, both defensively. We saw stages where...
Well, last 10 minutes, we was trying to work out what Cornick was playing, because he looked like he's playing like right wing back or something, didn't he?
Yeah, that's true.
Which was scary, because he can't defend.
Didn't he do that dribble out in the first half? Or do you remember he dribbled out in the corner and you were proper losing your crap?
What was this? Hang on a minute, with me? Nah,
it was either Lee or Potts. It was someone. They tried to dribble out near the corner. They tried to shield it. And he went out for a goal kick, and you were like, "Oh, we pissed about before, and it's come back on."
I probably did say. I don't remember happening, but I probably did say.
Taro, lost it quite a lot on Saturday.
Oh, Dave. Well, hang on a minute. You saw my blood pressure. Come on. So it was 140 something over 110 or 120.
It was
dreadful.
Yeah, your blood pressure wasn't good. No.
Either way, James says
attack.
Elliot Lee, man of the match in my opinion. He seemed to be everywhere. Gave us presence that allowed Collins to stay forward. Steve said, looked like the Elliot Lee of the first half of last season, calmed the ball and helped out when needed, could be massive going forward. And Richard said, looked great on the ball, always trying to get involved and rarely gave it away. Maybe these players from the promotion campaigns who didn't have championship physicality experience deserved a chance after all.
Yeah.
Do you reckon...
Well, it's fair to say.
That is fair to say.
Yeah, of course it's fair to say. Yeah.
The team from last year deserve a bit more of a chance.
He'll get more of a chance if he plays again and plays as well. If it's a one-off, then he gets relegated to the bench again, doesn't he?
Yeah, but look,
I
mean...
It was. He did look good on the ball. I do agree with Richard. He did look good on the ball. He was involved in quite a lot. He had the most touches in the team, apparently, of the ball. So why not? He was all over the show, for definite.
But like I said right before about Elliot Lee, he's one of them players in the past, I'll be honest, he's really frustrated me. Because I know the ability he's got. And sometimes for me, I felt like, especially in the past, like I said, the passing the ball for him was a big issue. He was very greedy at times. I know obviously you say last season for the first half, but I remember even League Two, I thought sometimes I don't know, actually maybe it's not fair to say about attitude, but maybe he believed that he could do things by himself a bit too much maybe. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe he just wanted to impress. But like I said, if he can play like that, like he did Saturday, and keep passing the ball, keep the ball ticking over and whatnot, I think you've got a proper player in your hand there. If he can adapt maybe and keep passing the ball. But that's the big thing for Lee. He needs to keep passing the ball and moving.
Well, this basically segues perfectly into some of Instagram questions today. By the way, if you want to ask us a question for the podcast, Instagram @OwenTheTown. Every Monday morning we'll put out a story which you can reply to. Let's start with Tom, who says, is Lee going to start more games from now? Do you reckon? Do we see him more now?
Well, like I said, I think so, yeah. I think the whole squad's going to be rotated now, isn't it? I mean, what is it? Tuesday, Saturday for the next 2 or 3 weeks or so. So, yeah. So he's going to have to use him, isn't he? He's going to have to use most of the squad.
We'll rattle through a few of these. So, quick answer to Alex. How many points do we need to stay up?
More
52, 55.
More than the person in the last relegation spot.
Oh, Jesus. Well, yeah, one might put it down, I suppose, isn't it?
One more point. It's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult because think about results at the weekend. We won, but a lot of teams around us won.
I still think we need at least another... What are we on now, 39? I think we need at least another 12, 13 points. I really do think that. I think 53 we need to be setting our sights on at least.
That's mad to stay in there, to stay up.
You know what though, because obviously I haven't really looked, obviously stats wise, I haven't obviously backed myself up, but I have seen a few campaigns in the previous 4 years or so, and there've been teams going down on 49 points, I'm pretty sure, and stuff like that. So you need to you want to be clear of that.
Yeah.
But maybe you might only need 50 this year, who knows, you know what I mean? Like I said, you can't predict who's going to win and who's not, but like I said, this is a very, very tight campaign this season. I think we discussed this on Saturday, didn't we? How tight it is down the bottom. I mean, aren't we only 12 points from 12th or something like that? Or 13th?
Playoffs on here we come.
Yeah, I'm saying, if we win every single joke, obviously it's not possible, but now taking a minute.
Well, let's move on to Matt, who says that was Izzy's 9th assist of the season. When will fans give him the credit he deserves?
Yeah, exactly.
We saw a comment.
I like that.
Don't we just give him credit anyway?
I've seen a lot of people slate him, say he doesn't do enough for a player. Like people were saying last week about him. Wasn't there a comment made? A few
comment
comments
on our Instagram. Someone said something about him being lazy and not good, and when we're going to realise he's not a good player. But
he's a really good player though.
And then he puts in a quality cross for us to get a great goal on Saturday. You know.
I mean, how many? I mean, he's up there with the best in the league for
can we
most creative chances.
It's sort of type of like a flair player that comes on and does that sort of thing.
Well, it's a bit of luxury, isn't he, to have in your squad?
Why not?
Nick says, did this prove that Butterfield fell out with Graham Jones? Maybe Butterfield lost the trust of Graham Jones.
Maybe.
Trust seemed to be a big thing that was spoken about, wasn't it? Maybe that proves that the trust wasn't there after a while.
If you're not getting on with your manager, it doesn't matter what job you're in, whether it's football or outside football. If you're not getting on with your job, you don't enjoy your job. And therefore, if you're not enjoying your job, you're not enjoying the manager, you don't play well for football. So it probably does.
Callum says, is that Potts' best game of the season?
I'd say so, yeah. I thought he was fantastic. No, to be honest, I think, do you know what, right? The work rate especially, but the tackling. Some of his tackling was class. It was first class, wasn't it? He put himself in a situation where he could have got really hurt. I mean, he's twisting like, you know what I mean, trying to hook his leg back while slide tackling people and whatever else. And I thought, if you can play like that every single week, and he looked like another player that looked like he went to play for the manager. If you want to go into that sort of thing,
yeah, I agree.
Prove his worth.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think we've all, I know me personally, I'll admit it, but I've been one of the first ones to criticise Potts at times this season, last season, the season before, whenever. I think he's another player that we know that he's a lot better than what we see sometimes. I think he's a victim of that sometimes.
And I think defensively, Potts was solid.
Mate,
looked great.
And how was he so good in the air as well? How was he so good at heading the ball? How tall is he? He can't be that tall, can he? He outjumps people at like 6'5" or whatever. What can you do, mate? You've got pogo sticks in your socks or something. Man.
He's definitely one to aim for in corners, isn't he? We'll see.
Well, I mean, in League Two, he scored like 9 goals that season, didn't he? I think about 7 of them were headers, weren't they? So.
Good player. Good performance. Hopefully more of that in the Leeds game.
Yeah.
Kieran says, will the likes of Hilton, Ray and those out of contract re-sign?
Yeah, I think so.
I think Ray's got to, hasn't he? I'd be gutted if Ray was to go.
I think
he's gone viral this week. He needs to sign.
Yeah. He might get signed up for like a promotional video for a boxing match or something. Acting like that. But
why wouldn't they sign if they was offered a contract? Why wouldn't they? Where are they going to go to get a better deal or a better club?
To be honest, I think Glenn Ray maybe.
Well, Glenn Ray maybe, but Hilton.
Hilton could easily drop down to League One, become a first-team striker. But easily get a game every week.
Would he want to do that, or would he?
Yeah, why not?
Why?
To get more game time.
No, I think he'll stay. Me personally, I think he'll stay. I just think I can't see Hilton moving on anytime soon.
I can't see Hilton starting as our main striker every game next season, though.
No, not a main. No, to be honest, I think we'll go out and get another striker.
But that's what I said. If you get to that stage of your career where you just want to play football, I could see Hilton going, you know what, I've had a great 4 years at Luton. I'm going to go join a team in League One, be their leading striker and score 25 goals in League One.
But like you say, though, it could also be James Collins. Maybe potentially could be on his way out. Obviously, I don't know, but. Just for example, and then maybe he's got more of a chance and he might get given more of an opportunity. I don't know next season because we know what he's about. He's a handful and he's a pain in the bollocks, isn't he? Yeah.
You know, but if Colo goes, then there is an opportunity for him to prove himself again, isn't there?
Got some really good 4 more questions to go. These are really good ones. So we'll go for a quick one on James, who says, is Lee out of order for what he said in his post-match interview about Graham Jones?
Lee?
Yeah, is he out of order?
I don't think he's out of order. I think he said it in a fairly nice way. Maybe if he slagged him off and was a bit, but like I say, people will probably say Graham Jones got what he deserved. I'm not saying this, but this is what I'm speaking for some fans. I know for a fact they're probably sitting there going, well, so what if he slagged him off? I mean, Graham Jones says what he wants to about people, so why can't he? But no, I just think I don't think it's out of order. I think he was quite respectful about it.
I think it's unusual for a player to come out whilst the season's going on and say that about the former manager. I think
if you're asked by a journalist.
If you're asked by a journalist, you can duck the question because they duck other questions quite easily.
Yeah.
That's boring. They don't duck other questions. They do. They answer everything they're asked.
What? All players?
I reckon so.
Nah, mate. I've seen a lot of interviews that don't.
In my time at Luton, there was never a question that was ducked in pressers. Never.
But overall,
I was just saying you can duck the questions.
Yeah.
So
managers do all the time.
I would say the word diplomatic. He wasn't as you could use. You'd be a bit more diplomatic about what you were going to say about the former manager, but he has, he's burnt all the bridges with him anyway.
Yeah, either way, that's going to be a quick answer. We went on too long for that one. Right, let's go for David, who says. Actually, no, we'll go for Simon. Simon says, when is Pelly going to sit on the bench? And I picked this one out because I've seen comments saying that Pelly played really well on Saturday. I thought Pelly had an okay game. Bataru seems to have... Everyone on the podcast knows Bataru's agenda against Pelly Ruddock.
I have not got one against him at all. I don't know where you get this from. I just know what he's capable of, and sometimes I just thought, fuck me, mate, you're losing the ball too much here. And for me, I don't know... I think Pelly's a good player. No, I'm not... Don't twisting it.
I'm listening.
I can be frustrated and get emotional with certain players because I know they're better than what they're doing. And Pelly is one of those players. I reckon he can give sometimes an extra 20%. Not all the time. I think sometimes, I say majority of the time, he is a solid player. Because I think, sometimes I've been a bit too harsh on him in the past. But Saturday for me, he lost the ball at least 4 or 5 times and it really wound me up. And he did keep losing the ball.
But to the same extent, the legend Pelly Ruddock did actually play that little pass out to Izzy Brown to make the goal. And, for me...
Well, that 2-yard pass, you mean?
Yeah, fantastic. But, he had to be there doing it, didn't he?
Yeah, of course he did.
I don't think I think he had an okay game. I don't think it was an outstanding game.
I thought that was his probably worst performance of the season.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, you said that Saturday.
I do. I'm still sticking by it because this will make you happy and all you Pelly lovers and whatever. Which is fair enough. Fair enough. That wasn't a dig, by the way. It's fair enough because he's come up with the leagues with us and love him for that and whatever else. But excuse me, I just feel like on occasions he doesn't get his mind around things first. And there was, I know he got fouled when the ball came out and the guy jumped to his back, but he wasn't even aware for that. And things like that. Defensively, I want to see him push up. Yeah, no, he probably don't. No, yeah, of course he probably knows what he's doing. He's a footballer. I hope he does. He gets paid enough. But the amount of times that I want to see Pelly bursting from midfield going forward with the ball, not trying to shield the ball when he's like in his own half or looking backwards. That scares me.
He won't be able to win that one with you, Vitaro. So he bursts forward and loses the ball, you'll have a go.
No, he won't, Dave. Because when Cornick... get out, man. You know when Cornick... Well, come on, man. It's like Cornick, though. When Cornick... You're the same with Cornick. You can't say nothing. You all fucking moan about Cornick. I love the boy. I love Pelly as well. I love them all, mate. They're all Luton players on the day. But if Pelly's watching this or he hears about this, he's not going to be happy.
We do love you, Pelly.
Yeah,
I love him. Legend. He's a club legend.
Yeah. He will be eventually.
There we go.
He will be.
Right, we'll end on this one. We got a tweet earlier on today. PJG on Twitter said, "You guys backed Graham Jones for some time. Do you think your judgment was misaligned with hindsight?" What do you reckon?
I think we backed Graham Jones because he was the manager of the team, and we wanted to get behind the team. I think with hindsight, I sort of think possibly we weren't wrong to back him, but I think with hindsight, his performances didn't warrant it in the end of the day.
I'd say Vitara. So you backed him the most out of us three, because for me, I think that Reading performance for me was the first time I thought, that weren't great. And then we go lose 7-0 to Brentford. And
but like I said, there was only, I'd say, a handful of performances that really weren't good. I mean, I'm not saying we played amazing stuff under him or whatever, and there were things that obviously we could have improved. But I tell you the reason why I backed him for so long or whatever.
Go for it.
One, he's actually quite a nice, polite man. But anyway, apart from that, it was more the fact that when negativity keeps coming in and we keep seeing the same stuff every week, I don't want to be reading that. For me, because it's like, oh, fuck's sake, you start seeing the club get split and the views of people, which is fair enough, everyone has their own opinion, but I'm not one for negativity. So, especially so far, or so early in the season, should I say. Because we were seeing stuff by October, November, and that for me, it's a bit like, come on. Do you know?
But we chucked him in a real deep end, didn't we?
And this is it, yeah. We also need to take that.
He's in a league,
of course.
In Champions. So we wanted to back him, we wanted him to do well, and it turns out he wasn't what we thought he was. And I think that's the issue. And I sort of agree with the guy there, PJG, that maybe we just give him too much credit and we backed him too much in the end.
Maybe, I don't know about credit, maybe. Is it credit? For me, it was more, you back him because he's the manager. And the thing is, right, if he was still in charge now, who's to say that he wouldn't have kept us up? Who's to say? I know people say, he probably wouldn't. No, it's fair enough, but who's to say? We don't know. We can't predict the future. Do you know what I mean?
To the same extent, though, you could ask, how, with hindsight, do you think 2020 think, why did we do that? Why didn't we go for a more established manager anyway? It's a big league to be in for your first job. I think deep down at the beginning of this whole thing, I think we really wanted him to do well. Yeah. And as it went on, it was apparent that he wasn't. But you still wanted to back him and the team because we support the team.
In the end, I'll admit, you said about the whole losing the dressing room, I started to get that vibe a little bit. I didn't say it, but I did get that vibe slightly from things I was reading online and whatever else. But like I said, I would always back someone until they come out and say proper, the only people I want, or in the past, would be like rich and money and, them kind of tosses.
I mean, we can't change what we said, but if you think about this question, was it misaligned with hindsight? Yeah, with hindsight, we were wrong because of what the players have been saying, we weren't aware of that.
It's a very good question, actually.
Good question.
I like that question. Yeah, very good one.
It's a good one to end the podcast on today. 5 players did leave the club today. Words on them quickly before we wrap up.
Well, there you go.
It is what it is.
That's done.
Mate, I'll be honest.
It is what it is.
I'm just going to say, Jake, it's a shame that we spent 122 grand on Jervis.
Well, thanks for joining us for today's podcast. Been a good one. Leeds tomorrow predictions?
Yeah, 1-0. Said before, mate. 1-0 Luton. I dreamt about it all year, so I'm not going anything different.
Blood pressure's going up for you again, isn't it?
Well, especially when we go 4-0 down at half time.
Get us on socials, Owen the Town. Get us on YouTube at Owen the Town, and we shall see you next.
Cheers for listening.